So, just out of curiosity, what are the feelings whenever Virginia hit that last field goal, with like 5 seconds left in the game? Is it frustration, determination? What was going through your mind?
Shoot, what was going through my mind? I mean, I seen it got tipped up at the line of scrimmage, and for a second I thought he was going to miss it. And we've been practicing field goal block all week, and I have faith in those guys. And they did what they had to do, but it was a good kick. It got in, but you get there with 5 seconds left. You're finna go into overtime. That's a situation that Coach Johnson puts us in all the time. It's always every Monday and Tuesday we're doing some type of 1 minute, 2 minute, some type of overtime drill. Even Coach Woody, he practiced that with Scout and everything like that. So we was ready. You know what I mean? So offense went in, they kicked the field goal, and we knew that we had to get a stop or we had to block them. We had to stop. We just had to get them off the field, and so that was something we were struggling with all game. But good defenses come in when they need to. So
How hard was it to deal with Perkins? And I imagine you probably thought he was knocked out when you guys got the safety, and then he comes back in the next series, and it just seemed like he was quite a handful.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a handful. You can tell that he has a hard worker mentality. He made a lot of plays, and like Jalen said earlier, he's probably one of the best dual threat quarterbacks we went against all year. And just his athleticism and everything he was doing, he was pretty good with his arm too. And so it was hard trying to play against him. It was hard trying to play against him.
Henri, 11 games in now, Coach Woody's new defense, not new anymore.
Yeah.
Seemed like it really suits your skills very well. What do you think looking back on 11 games?
Man, it's been a journey. Coming in from spring all the way through the summer and all that stuff. The defense definitely. We went through some stuff with misassignments, misalignments, and everything. But Coach Woody emphasizes every week. We got to get better. So it's always an incline every week. We're trying to get better every week. We're learning new stuff every week. We're getting familiar with the defense every week. So it's great.
The first half there seemed to be a struggle on third down for the defense, but whereas the second half there's a big improvement. I'm just wondering what was the mindset going into the second half and what kind of adjustments you guys made.
The mindset going into the second half was just what you said. Making stops on third down. We know we can get them to third down. It was just a fact of, can we stop them? Can we hold it out? And, that was the mindset. Making stops, getting them off the field whenever they got on the field. And that's what we came out and we did. And running to the ball and making tackles, making plays.
How rewarding was tonight for the class, and talk also about the seniors, just how you guys stepped up for this team to win 6 of its last 7 games.
Oh man, it's very rewarding. I want to have it any other way. Coming out, Wesley making those kicks, we getting that last field goal not going out. Overtime. It was one of those, once in a lifetime type games, and it was great. The senior class that we have now, we're really, really close. We're really tight knit, and just coming out and getting that win, it means the world to me. Man, that's like Brad was saying before. We had that 3-9 season. And it kind of looked like that going into the year, beating Alcorn, and then it's like the same thing that was happening. It was like deja vu for a second. But, we knew that, like, through winter workouts and everything, everybody, we always stress, changing the momentum and always sticking together and always, pushing and persevering. And it's like running a race. You gotta hang on. You got to keep on running. You got to keep on persevering to the time you reap the harvest. So we went out there, and, we lost those first 3 games, 1-3. And so, we just – buckled down, fixed our mistakes, and kept on working, kept on playing.
How are your emotions today? You're a fairly even keel guy all
Yeah.
the time, but did it get a little emotional early in the game or afterwards when you reflected on playing your last game here?
Oh yeah, it definitely got emotional afterwards. Throughout the game, you got to kind of, even especially when stuff are going bad, you got to keep a calm mind. So you don't do anything stupid. So you got to, you keep it really mild tone. But after seeing that kick go wide left or wide right, wherever way it was, shoot, and it was a straight happiness, pure joy. Going out there on that field, seeing all my brothers in the field, the younger guys, Regan Wanye making a big punt return. Man, it was amazing. It was a roller coaster of a game, but it was amazing. We came on the top, so it was great.
You seem to be getting really close, okay, all night long.
Yeah.
And, what was going on there? What was happening? Maybe even your thoughts on what would have gotten you there a little faster.
If I would say what was happening was we was just working on what we did all week. We was a big emphasis on some bull rush and big emphasis on containing the quarterback, and we knew that the offensive line was kind of lunging, so I worked a little bit of swim moves and stuff like that, and worked the edge, and and I was getting closer and closer. But I feel like what would help me if I just kept on running my feet when I did my moves, I probably would have made it there. It was a game of seconds. We got the ball off right there, like the quick little seconds. So just working that this week is going to be a big thing, and yeah, just getting there faster. It's something I need to do.
Last one right there.
Henry, you had the third down stop when Perkins hurdled maybe Caleb, but can you describe that play? And are you kind of aware of the significance of stopping him short of the sticks in that moment, or are you just kind of?
Oh yeah, we was definitely aware. Like we said, we was emphasizing third down all week. That's a big period in our practice. Trying to get stops on third down, and that was a struggle that we was having in this game, and it's overtime now. And so we called the call, and Coach Woody always emphasized running into the ball. And so that means everybody gets to shoot their shot. And Tariq, I'm pretty sure he shot his shot and made him jump, and I was there. And that's not any credit to me. That's a credit to the whole defense as a whole. Everybody was there. I'm pretty sure there was a whole bunch of people behind me there too. And so, we was just running the ball. We were swarming like we supposed to.
Okay. Thanks, Henry.
Yeah, have a good
Completed only one pass tonight, but it was a big one to Brad. Talk about how that completion and how nice it was to do that on senior night.
He bailed me out. Threw the ball too early. Probably could have been 7. Maybe a good thing that it wasn't. Maybe would have left too much time on the clock. But great catch. I mean, he sold out for it, put his body on the line, just laid out. Beautiful catch, got us down there on a big third down. So it was a play we definitely needed. So, kudos to him because he definitely bailed me out.
And everybody's right. We had freshman place kicker Wesley Wells.
Sniper West, my boy.
It was a kind of strange game in terms of trying to get any kind of flow on offense, and you got big special teams play from Wanye and the safety. And can you just kind of talk about, and obviously Wesley as well, just talk about those guys kind of stepping up when the offense wasn't clicking maybe the way you wanted?
Oh yeah, they did what they were supposed to do when they were out there. And we always harp on control what you can control. So, they couldn't control what we were doing. We couldn't control what they were doing. But they did a great job of getting off the field and putting the ball in our hands when we really needed it. The safety was huge. The kick return was huge. Wes made some huge kicks at the end. So that just shows you that it takes all the pieces to the puzzle just to win a game. And I was really excited about how we needed a break. We needed it. And it came tonight, and it was just, it's super exciting. You can't really explain. The energy in the locker room right now is crazy. I didn't even want to leave. But
Wesley, can you kind of walk us through that last kick, the overtime, when Coach said that you didn't really get your foot on it that well?
Yeah, I try to make it the same as every other kick, but, sometimes the nerves do get to you a little bit. Yeah, it just hit off my foot a little weird. I looked up. It was a little to the right, so it was a roller coaster of emotions. And I saw it hit the post and went in. That was a great feeling, but for a little bit, I was a little nervous.
Daquan, Paul talked about how when you guys were 1-3, the seniors just kind of didn't listen to the noise and everything. You want to talk about the turnaround?
everyone just believed in each other. We knew that it was a marathon, so we weren't going to really, stress on the 1-3 start. We were just going to control what we can control and go out every week and prepare for the games on the weekends and just go out and try to do our best to, put ourselves in a situation to win the game. And that's kind of what happened. We kind of got on the hot streak. Confidence got hot. So it just kind of rolls over. Once your confidence is high, then it's kind of hard to take you off that pedestal for sure.
Two questions. First of all, when you first came in, you looked at the stat sheet and you said, "Whoo," or whatever. Anything in particular you were looking at?
Yeah, the 1-8. I knew I didn't. There was, there was a couple balls that I had to throw away, so it's always hard to put those on the stat sheet, but it's something you got to do to help the team out. But I just know Brad saved me on the one right before OT, and then in OT, it should have been an easy completion. I just kind of took a little bit off, just tried to put it where he could go and run up under it, but the guy that was covering him did a pretty good job of, being right there on his back hip. So,
and then following up your earlier comments, what are your thoughts on what you guys have been able to achieve since that start, and also your thoughts going into a pretty big game next week in Athens?
It's awesome. Just being able to rally with the guys, just knowing that, we all believe in each other and we all dearly love each other, and we're going to do whatever it takes every Saturday. We're going to put our bodies on the line. We're going to give it 110% every play. So it's special. I couldn't ask for a better group of guys to be around. And that right there just gave us some more momentum going into next weekend. And that one right there, you won't really have to get up for it. It's a rival game, so everyone will definitely be juiced up and ready to play.
You guys will be obviously an underdog, I'm sure, with that. No one yet.
Say that again?
I'm sure you guys are going to be an underdog, obviously. Do you have any thoughts on that? Do you care about that?
No, I don't really. I'm sure we've been in underdogs a lot of games. We probably were underdog against Miami last week. So I don't think any of us really pay attention to that. I know personally I don't really look at the sports channels to see what they're talking about. So I don't think we're worried. We're just going to get ready. We're going to celebrate this one this weekend. Come Monday, this game's going to be gone, and we're going to be focused on UGA, and that's the only thing that's going to matter.
2 questions. Wesley, how do you prepare going into a game? Of course, there's the routine, point after touchdown, and then there's the big game winner type situation. How do you prepare mentally for a game?
Before any chance of kicking, I'll just kick it in the net, and I get somebody to tell me if it's straight. And really, every kick is the same. The only thing that's different is the pressure. So I try to make it just the same kick.
You guys threw a little bit more this game. What did you guys see basically on film that made you think that you guys may have been able to take advantage of some of that on the pass?
Well, we knew they would play a lot of man, so we thought we could get some rub routes in. We had some dialed up, but I don't know. I think it's something you got to do to keep the defense honest. So we just tried to mix it in with our running. We really didn't get everything started too well, but in the second half, I thought we came out and made some good adjustments and had some pretty good plays.
You've been pretty unflappable since you've. All right, Wesley, you've been unflappable since you've started the kicking role. What does make you nervous?
The nerves usually don't really get to me, so I don't know what it is, but.
Is there anything that spooks you?
I don't really know. I just try to prepare enough in practice to where I don't get nervous in games. So.
Were you a little surprised when Coach elected to go for 2 after the first touchdown?
No, it made sense with how the scores were, and then the second one made sense as well. So.
Just a
Wesley,
math
over
issue.
here. How many times have you been in the situations you were in tonight, in your backyard or with your friends at the end of the street, or lined up kicking between trees or something like where you're telling yourself 3 seconds left, I'm going to win a game here?
Even in high school, that was my first ever game winner. So, never.
But you've never practiced it growing up with your buddies and everything? Said, okay, this is for all the marbles. I'm going to kick it between the trees, or I'm going to do this. You've never done that?
I practice all the time. We'll make bets and stuff. Like, if you make this kick, the other person will have to do, up downs or just something stupid. But that's the closest resemblance, I guess.
What's the best bet you ever won?
One time, Sean Davis, the other kicker, had to DM this girl, but I got to type it.
Chiquan, what does it mean to you to win a game like this on senior night, your last home game?
It's very special. There's so many emotions going into the game. Not even just my emotions, but the emotions of your peers, just all the guys that you've been with, all the hot summers, all the early mornings you go through, all the running, all the lifting. You just see it, it flies by, and then like on a night like tonight where it comes down to, you got to keep the ball or you got to score to, go up and, try to win the game. You just think back to all those moments where, all you guys were out there dying tired, and you just got to push even harder. And just to seeing the fight that everyone had tonight, because senior night, it's for the seniors, but we told them before the game, this isn't just for us. This is for the whole team. Everybody wants to we want to get in a better bowl game. So we knew we needed to get to 7. So it wasn't just about the seniors tonight. It was about everyone. And that's what we really tried to harp on before the game, because it's not just us. They've been doing the same thing we've been doing. It's just our time to part way. But a night like tonight it's really special. The emotions are high. You couldn't ask for a better ending to a game. Oh, yeah, man. It's the last one in Bobby Dodge, so you kind of just got to soak it in, especially with the home fans, and just let them know that you appreciate, them coming to support Georgia Tech football and, cheering really loud, especially tonight. I mean, the Dodd was jumping. I mean, everyone was on their feet there at the end. The student section did a phenomenal job being really loud. And just trying to take everything in, because that was my last time being in Bobby Dodd playing football. There won't be any more scrimmages there on Saturday mornings, no more scout team scrimmages before the first week of the game, no more practice there. So that was it. So I just tried to soak it in and just really enjoy the moment and just embrace all the fans and then just tell them that I really appreciated it.
Do one or two more.
Quan, can you go through the progression on the two-point conversion on the south end zone?
Which end
What
zone
you
is
saw?
that? Is that the one with the jumbo? The jumbotron? Oh, yeah. Well, it was an option play, so we just both of the guys took the dive, and then the corner was still out there. We thought he was going to run with the receiver, so I just tried to make him commit to me and then get it to Clint, because it was really 2-on-1, so he had to take one of us, and he kind of took me and then tried to fall back out, but I got the ball out leveraged and Clint got in, so it was a huge play for us for sure.
Taquan, considering that this would be your last game here going in, did you prepare any differently? Is there a certain conversation that you had with any of the guys, or take us through the mind of Taquan preparing for this last game here?
The preparation wasn't any different. The week was normal. I mean, of course, all the guys in my position room are like, man, it's your last one, it's your last one. I'm like, yeah, man, it flies by. But other than that, preparation was the same. Of course, I talked to all the seniors before the game, and everyone's emotions was just like a roller coaster. I mean, guys, really just taking in the moment, just knowing it's our last one. But other than that, preparation was the same. I just tried to go out and put the team in the best position to win. And tonight, my guy right here, he came up big, and Brad came up big. The defense came up big. Wanye came up big. He'll be a special player. I mean, it was a great team win. All three phases really came up big when they needed to, and it helped us get the W tonight.
Okay, thanks, fellas. On everybody's left, senior wide receiver Brad Stewart. On everybody's right, senior linebacker Jalen Johnson. We'll open right for questions for Brad and Jalen.
Questions to you, Brad. When you saw that ball coming up, did it feel like an eternity, or?
Yeah, I just know that, in the first half he made a good play on a ball thrown to me, and I was upset about it, and I wanted my other chance, and I feel like I gave him a good move, and I made him commit, and I just knew that I just started sprinting. I just was running my tail off, and Taquan put it up for me, and I just I've had so many balls in my career where I've been missing it by fingertips, and that's the one that I actually caught, and it was big time, so I was just happy for it.
Just the tackle, he fanned out real hard, so I just gave him an inside move, and Dez did a good job containing, so it just opened wide up and just made it. It was awesome. Yeah. I think it's my first one ever.
Brad, between the two catches, the one tonight and then the touchdown catch last week, which kind of sticks out in your head, the one that you're going to remember the most?
Wow. I'd definitely say the last one at Bobby Dodd. I mean, that was literally this crazy. That's my last catch ever here. I mean, how crazy is that? It's just, it was special how it turned out to be. I mean, it was pretty cool the way it was, but just having that one last catch at Bobby Dodd to really remember forever, and go in overtime at Bobby Dodd, and have a freshman kicker coming in clutch, and I love Wesley, and he works so hard, and he's so humble, and just what a way to go out. That's all I gotta say.
How were the emotions tonight for you guys with the senior stuff at the beginning, and obviously the gravity of it being the last game, and then you go into overtime? I imagine it was quite a roller coaster emotionally for you throughout the game for both of you.
Yeah, I'll go first. Yeah, talk about roller coaster. I mean, it was just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, we had the field goal first, and then we had that safety, right? And then we started going for two. I mean, look at it now. Those 2-point conversions were huge. And we already know the field goals are huge, but I mean, those 2-point conversions were huge, and it's just you never know at that point of the game, you know, when something's going to be that important. And it turned out 27-27 going into overtime, and you know, our defense did a heck of a job stopping them for a field goal before into regulation, and you know, we got the field goal in OT, and you know, they did their thing and stopped them, and I mean, they were due for a missed field goal, so I mean, and he can elaborate on it. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was definitely a roller coaster. We have a senior group message, and we were just talking on the bus ride here. We were just like, man, it's crazy how time flies. And just like walking down the alley, you know, I kind of got teared up because, I mean, that was the last time ever. And then just after the ceremony, you know, just focusing on the game like every other game. And it's just amazing. Going into overtime, you know, getting a big win for us, it's just awesome. It's special. Something I'll remember for the rest of my life, for sure.
Following that up, you guys are pretty much left for dead after the 1-3 start this year. What does it feel like to get to this point, to achieve this, and also you haven't had a lot of time, but just your thoughts about going into next with the right teams on?
Yeah, I think that's a shout out to our senior leadership, because you know every single one of these seniors was a part of that 3-9 season our freshman year, and you know, that just has left a bad taste in my mouth the past 4 years. And, you know, starting off the season 1-3, it was like deja vu. I mean, it wasn't exactly the same, but it was like, all right, you know, this is where we make a decision. Are we gonna win those close games? Are we gonna, you know, get ahead and play as a team and execute? And like Coach Johnson harps on, I mean, we're killing ourselves in the beginning of the season with just mistakes that another team's not really forcing us to do. We're just doing them because we're being lazy and stuff. So I just think it's a real tribute to the senior class of not letting the season get away from us when, you know, people might have counted us off and just forgot about us. So,
and kind of going on what I said last week, we're just stuck together. We didn't listen to what people were saying on the outside. You know, everybody left us for dead, really, and we just came together as a team. We knew what we were capable. However you say it, capable of, and you know, it's just an awesome feeling now that we battled back and we know that we stuck together the whole time. Tail with Georgia.
I mean, yeah, I was about to say, there's no talk about this game. I mean, you could have a 0-11 season going into that game. I mean, this is, you know, this is going. All I'm saying, I mean, I've played there one time, 1-0, and you know, it was a good feeling tearing those hedges at the end. So I want to do that again.
And I'm actually 2-0. So
yeah, see,
trying to stay undefeated there.
Yeah,
sure.
So it's a great place to play at, and we're excited for that opportunity.
Jalen, at this time of the season, you know, almost big plays and big moments are going to be part of the normal routine. And at overtime, seeing that, you know, we weren't able to score, you only had to defend a 3-point lead. What was the mindset of the defense at the time?
Just staying focused. Just making sure we did our assignment, and just we knew they were going to try to score for sure, and we did a good job fitting, tackling, we just treated it like any other time, just trying to force them to a field goal. We knew we needed to do that, and luckily he missed it for sure. So.
I was curious to your insights into Wesley. Obviously, being his older, sure you know him and different than most, and also just the hold on the kicking in and wrist looked a little high. If you talk through that, and also Jalen, I'm curious the catch that Brad made. I'm curious kind of how you saw it and if you thought he was going to be able to get under or not.
You want me to go first? Sure. I knew Brad was going to catch it. I remember when he first came in and he had no gloves on coming in the summer. He was just killing people. I was like, man, he's going to be special. And he just did what Brad does. He makes big plays. I remember he made a big play against Florida State a couple of years ago. That's just what he does, and he works hard, and I knew I had faith in him for sure.
And then I guess the Wesley. I mean, he's just you gotta love having a freshman like that on your team. I mean, he is just you. I was just asked this the other day, and he's just the most humble, the most respectable kid you could ever meet, and he just has that heart and compassion for the game, and he just knows he can get the job done. And, that's what's special about him. I mean, he doesn't think too much. He just does what he has to do. And, coming in clutch, I mean, what was he, 4 for 4 field goals? And, I mean, he doesn't think about it. He just goes out there and kicks it like it's any other day. So, I mean, I love him. And, he's going to have a good 4 years here.
Last one right here.
How difficult was it for you guys to defense Perkins, and how does he compare with some of the other quarterbacks you faced this season?
He's really good. He's really good with his feet. He's strong. He's probably the best quarterback, like dual threat wise, that we played all year. And he did a good job making plays. He was accurate. He did a really good job. He's a really good player. As you can see, he hurdled somebody, so that's pretty cool. But
yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, but he's a good player. We just try to get pressure on him, try to force him inside at the end, just trying to make him not go out of bounds and run as much clock off as possible. But yeah, he was a good player.
Yeah, tribute to the defense, man. They did a great job. Great job. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
Y'all have a good night.
Thomas, and open up for questions from Malik and Wanye.
Malik, can you reflect back on where you were this time last year and what has transpired to where you are now?
This time last year. So this time last year, I think we just won our Southern Conference Championship, and we were all excited. It was the first time since I'd been there in 4 years. I guess coming back to tonight, it was just really I think it was more of an emotional night just because I knew it was going to be my senior night. I did senior night at Wofford, and I didn't really know if it was going to be my last night there. We just wanted to do it just in case. And it was just an emotional time knowing this is the last time I'm actually going to play a home game in my career. But this was an exciting game. Last year I played a game that wasn't really that exciting, but to go out on this note, in overtime, just a special moment. Yeah.
Wanye, can you talk? You did something pretty unusual in terms of the safety return. That's none of us have really seen that before in a game. So can you just talk about that return and kind of motions? I know you've been wanting to break one all season.
I mean, I tell the kick return team, like, every time we go out, I said, if y'all just get the block in, I got y'all, I promise y'all. And as soon as it was kicked and I caught it, everybody had their blocks, and then it just opened up. And I was like, I got to hit it. So I hit it and then made one dude miss and then 6. So that's about it.
Wanye, do you guys practice free kick return?
See, that's one thing we didn't practice. so I was like, do I treat it like a regular punt return or kick return? But we treat it like a regular kick return, and we called a call, and then we just went with that call. So basically, that's something we don't practice, but I think we'll start practicing it Monday.
Malik, you got kind of shaken up there. How you doing, first of all? And then, of course, what did you see all night? They always have a pretty quick passing game out there. Guys were kind of missing tackles a little bit, but you guys were very active back there in the secondary. So what did you see tonight?
Mobile quarterback, getting out of the pocket. The receivers were a little more slippery than we thought they were going to be, getting them down in the open field. Yeah, it was just we just need to be better at bringing our feet. At least we were taking our shots, I can say that. Make them come back inside every time that way, because we always preach every single time we're out there, runs the ball. That's something that's preached consistently since I've been here. Something I have to do. So that was great to see that everyone still runs the ball and getting to it, even with people missing these tackles like that. Don't want to have missed tackles like that as much, but as long as we're doing that, we're going to be good. Right now, I feel okay. I needed to go, but I knew I needed to try and go back in. I knew if I couldn't, Wanye was still going to be able to go back in and do everything that I knew he could do. We work on that all the time in practice. I'll go with the second team, and I'll let him go and go with the starters and make sure that he knows exactly what he needs to do. He's lining up the right way. He's getting in the right spot, and I have the utmost confidence if I ever go down in any situation that he's going to do amazing, like he always does. He always does amazing things. So.
Wanda, you had a kick return earlier when you hear it was called back.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel like this one tonight kind of even things out for you?
Yes, it actually does, because I've been waiting for it, honestly, because I remember my first interview I had, and then they asked me about that same question, but I think it matches it now. But, I mean, I still want to keep going. I still want to keep trying to score on it, though, so we'll see at the end of the year.
Wanya, you're sort of the face of the special teams unit in a lot of ways. You're always
Yes, sir.
getting with everybody. Vic played well and had
Yes,
some
sir.
big tackles. You had Wesley with the kicks, obviously,
sir.
and Presley's punts.
Yes, sir.
Can you just talk about you guys kind of kept the team together, when the offense and the defense were struggling a little bit?
I mean, special teams is a big part of the game, honestly. And then we preach on this at practice, every practice, special teams, special teams, special teams. And then if we go down and do our job, then the offense and defense will do their job. So, and then Presley, best player in college to me. Wesley, freshman, walk on, it's crazy. He's doing crazy things. So, I mean, that's it.
What things did Coach Woody stress to you guys at halftime that maybe helped the play improve so much?
I don't think it was much. I think it was just trying to make sure that we're making those open field tackles, making sure that just doing your job, I think, was the main thing. Not going away from that, not trying to do too much, not trying to make the big play when it's just not your responsibility. Just do your job. I think that's the biggest thing that was preached to us. As long as you're doing that, I think we were good. And, I mean, it showed in the second half. So.
Both of you guys, this will be your first time going to Athens. I'm curious, kind of, in a year's time or a season's time, what have you picked up about this team, and kind of what are your thoughts about going there to play Georgia?
You got it first.
Just because you're older. Just because you're older. But anyways, this is gonna be like crazy, because I remember watching this my freshman year of high school and stuff, and watching how live the game is, the rivalry, the fans talking trash, players talking trash, and I'm just ready to play, honestly. So I mean, it's something I've been pushing for a long time. So
I'm just excited for it, honestly. Heard it's a really big rivalry. I watched it on TV for years, not thinking or knowing I'd ever play in it, and just excited for that moment to play in such a big game. I don't know. I think just excitement is my only thing I can say to it right now.
Anything else for Malik or Wanya? All right, appreciate you, fellas.